I've told you a little bit about my mama too, my grandmother on my mama's side. Mama too knew all of the old sayings. There were six of us cousins being raised up together. And Mama too would quote some of these old sayings to us. I made myself a little list of a few of them. Like she'd say this: many hands make light work. Yeah, she wanted all of us boys to get involved and do chores, and many hands would make light work. You know, if we'd all pitch in and do our share, then it would be easier on all of us. So many hands make light work. That's a good saying. How about this one? Failing to plan is planning to fail. She wanted us to make some plans, to think ahead. And you know, that really is a great saying. Failing to plan is planning to fail. Where God guides, God provides. You know, as a Christian, I can tell you that's true. God led me and Renee into this work of the evangelist. And all through these years, God has provided. Let me testify a moment. For 28 years, I've served as an evangelist. And during all this time, not one time have I bought myself a new pair of dress shoes. Every time that my shoes get worn out, somehow God has provided a new pair of shoes. It's been interesting to watch. One time I was out door knocking down in Alabama. I was telling folks about the Lord, and a man came to the door and said, what size shoe do you wear? Well, I told him an 11. And the next thing I know, he's given me a brand new pair of $84 shoes. It does pay to go soul winning. One time I went out and got in the car and I'd failed to lock the car, and a set of brand new shoes was sitting right there in the driver's seat. Just over and over and over again, God just keeps reminding me, I'm going to take care of you. And my preacher friends, so many of them have bought me a pair of shoes. I've got one preacher friend that's probably bought me 3 or 4 pairs of shoes so far. I say so far because I just know him. Well, if he thinks about it, he'll probably do it again. I've got the best preacher friends in all the world. Well, we're giving you some old sayings. Many hands make light work. Failing to plan is planning to fail. Where God guides, God provides. Then here's a few. I don't know what some of these mean. My grandmother, Mama too, she'd say, now boys, you can drive your ducks to a bad market. I don't exactly know what that means. Maybe she was just trying to get some boys to sit and think and try to figure out what it meant. She may not even know what that saying meant. Oh, I've got several here. I'm just looking at them. Happiness is enjoying what you have. Happiness is enjoying what you have. Satisfaction comes from relationships, not from accomplishments. That's pretty interesting. Listen to this one. You can't run the mill on water that has already passed by. How about that? But here was one that I'll mention last. It's the little stones in the shoe that causes the irritation. The little stones in the shoe that causes the irritation. I got thinking about that one. The little stones, I'm talking about the little sins. Well, I'm just going to have this little sin. Boy, it can irritate your life. Those little sins. Really, sin's not ever a little thing. But all these little sins, we call them, we need to get them all right with God, don't we? I'm glad I had a grandmother. I'm glad she had that unique name, Mama too. And I'm glad that even with her old sayings that she taught us. Now, I'll tell you the best thing is she was a saved lady. She knew the Lord as her Savior. Do you know the Lord is your Savior? If not, I encourage you to receive Christ as your Savior now. And And then I encourage you to serve Him. May God bless.